Michael's eyes fluttered open to a sterile scent of antiseptic and the blinding glare of overhead lights. His body felt heavy and unresponsive as he realized he was lying in a hospital bed. The steady beep of a heart monitor echoed in his ears while his temples throbbed with pain. Slowly piecing together half-formed memories, Michael understood that his life had been momentarily paused, leaving him stranded between two worlds. He weakly called out, "Emily?" His voice cracked with confusion and longing, but there was no answer. Expecting his wife by his side, he instead found the chair next to him empty. The silence gnawed at him as dread crept in. Where were they? Where was his son, Liam? His eyes darted to the door, half expecting Liam to burst in with tales of his latest adventures. But the hall beyond was empty. Desperate, Michael pressed the nurse call button. Moments later, a nurse with a calm yet distant expression entered the room. "You're awake, Mr. Connors," she said while checking his monitors. Michael, voice barely above a whisper, asked, "Where is my family?" The nurse hesitated, glancing down the hall as if burdened by too many similar questions. "I'll get the doctor for you," she murmured before leaving. Panic surged within him. "Where is my wife? Where is Liam?" he demanded. But the nurse had already gone. His heart raced, muscles stiff from disuse and the tug of IV lines. Then his gaze fell upon a small piece of paper on the bedside table. It was neatly folded, with his name written in Liam's familiar handwriting. Hands trembling, he unfolded the note. "Find the truth. It's not what you think." The cryptic message sent chills down his spine. The beep of the heart monitor quickened as Michael realized his family was gone. And the only clue he had was this mysterious note from his son. Clutching the crumpled message, Michael's mind filled with questions. What had happened? Where were they? Why would Liam leave such a message? Determination edged past his fear. Ignoring the constraints of his weakening body, Michael swung his legs off the bed. He sought answers, needing to know where Emily and Liam had gone. With a resolve born of desperation, he shuffled toward the door, each step heavy but purposeful, ready to uncover the unsettling truth behind his family's disappearance. Stepping into the long, empty corridor, Michael felt a profound isolation. The fluorescent lights hummed above as he struggled to maintain his balance. Steadying himself with an IV stand, the silence in the hospital was unsettling, broken only by distant murmurs and the soft rustle of nurses' footsteps. He spotted a nurse at the far end of the hall and called out for help. But she vanished around a corner without responding. Frustration mounting, Michael stumbled forward alone, passing by a small waiting room. The muted TV displayed a headline, "Family of 3 missing after mysterious crash." His heart pounded painfully as the anchor recounted a tragic accident involving a family, Sarah Connor, her husband David Connors, and their son Ethan. Michael stared at the screen, his breath hitching. The images flashed: a smiling woman, a playful boy, and a man resembling his own family. Could it be referring to him? He grabbed the remote with trembling hands, turning up the volume as the anchor spoke of a car plunging into a river, a search that had turned up empty, and growing suspicions of foul play. Michael's knees buckled. The reality of the situation hit him like a sledgehammer. His mind whirled. He was at the center of a tragedy, but he was alive. Yet the news reported his family missing. How could that be? The doctor's gentle voice broke through his thoughts when Michael dragged the first available physician over, demanding answers. What happened to my family? Where are Emily and Liam? Michael's voice shook with barely contained panic. The doctor urged him to sit, but Michael's grip tightened as he insisted on learning the truth. With great care, the doctor explained Michael had been in a coma for 6 months following a severe accident, a car, a river, but no bodies. The search was called off due to lack of evidence. Michael's heart sank further. If his family had been caught in that horrific crash, how was he awake now? And where were Emily and Liam? Clenching the mysterious note again, Michael realized that nothing was as it seemed. Something was wrong. Determined to find answers, he decided he could no longer remain passive. The cryptic words from his son echoed in his mind. Find the truth. It's not what you think. Driven by desperation, Michael knew staying in the hospital wouldn't bring him any closer to his missing family. He mustered every ounce of strength, leaving behind the sterile room and moving into the eerily quiet corridor. As he navigated the hallways, he encountered a series of blank stares from hospital staff. whose distant expressions only deepened his sense of isolation. Each step echoed his determination, a lone figure against the impersonal backdrop of modern medicine. Eventually, Michael found a doctor with gray hair who agreed to speak with him. The old physician gently guided Michael to sit, but the veteran's urgency could not be quelled. "Please, tell me where they are," Michael pleaded, voice raw with emotion. The doctor, realizing the depth of his despair, lowered his voice. "Mr. Connors, you were in a coma for 6 months after the accident. Your family, they were in the car with you." Michael's mind reeled. He struggled to comprehend. If his family was with him during the crash, why had he awakened alone? The doctor explained the search teams had found no trace, and his family had vanished without a body, leaving behind a baffling void. Anger and grief warred within Michael. His trembling fingers gripped the note from Liam once more. "Find the truth. It's not what you think." Those words fueled a new resolve in him. He knew he could not accept the doctor's explanation without understanding the full picture. The cryptic message was a beacon in the darkness, a clue pointing toward a deeper conspiracy. Even as the doctor tried to soothe him, Michael was already formulating a plan. He would leave the hospital, search for answers, and uncover what truly happened to Emily and Liam. Leaving the sterile safety of the hospital halls, Michael stepped into a world that felt both familiar and alien. The scent of antiseptic still clung to him, and the weight of the note pressed against his chest. He was a man on a mission now, guided by a child's desperate words. The corridors faded behind him as he ventured into the unknown, determined to find his family and unravel the mysteries surrounding their disappearance. Once outside, Michael faced a world seemingly unaware of his quest. Unsettled and fragile, he clutched the crumpled note, its message echoing in his mind. Every step away from the hospital was a step into uncertainty. He moved through deserted streets, the cool air prickling his skin, reflecting on the chaos that had upended his life. The news headline about the missing family and the horrific car crash haunted him, mingling with Liam's cryptic warning. Soon, Michael encountered a man named Daniel, who approached him with a calm demeanor and sympathetic eyes. Daniel introduced himself and offered a comforting presence. As they talked, Michael learned that Daniel had also witnessed injustice. But most importantly, he believed Michael deserved better than the fate that had befallen him so far. Daniel's words reassured Michael that he was not alone. They discussed strategies to unearth the truth behind the accident and the disappearance of his family. Daniel suggested leaving the hospital and pursuing leads that might explain the mysterious circumstances. Together, they formed a plan. Michael, despite his weakened state, was determined to seek out any clue that could lead him to Emily and Liam. Daniel revealed he had a network of contacts who specialized in uncovering government secrets and hidden operations. Michael felt a glimmer of hope for the first time since waking up alone. With Daniel's assistance, he would navigate this labyrinth of conspiracy. Their journey took them from sterile hospital corridors to dimly lit back roads. The world outside was filled with shadows and secrets, and Michael felt both vulnerability and strength. He clung tightly to Liam's note, its words fueling his resolve. As they drove through the night, Daniel outlined potential leads, abandoned safe houses, obscure contacts, and hints of government projects that might be connected to the disappearance of his family. Michael listened intently, absorbing every detail while emotions churned within him. He was no longer just a victim, he was a determined seeker of truth, ready to uncover a conspiracy that stretched far beyond a simple accident. Weeks of relentless pursuit followed. Michael and Daniel traversed dark forests, dodged pursuers, and forged uneasy alliances. Each clue uncovered brought them closer to understanding the sinister forces at work. They discovered that Emily and Liam were entangled in a covert government project, one that had led to their disappearance. The project aimed to manipulate human cognition with advanced technology, blurring science and fiction. Emily, a brilliant scientist, had tried to extricate herself and her family from its grasp. Their investigation led them to a heavily guarded estate rumored to hold vital evidence, and possibly the key to locating his family. Under the cover of darkness, Michael, Daniel, and a trusted ally named Garrett infiltrated the mansion. Every step closer to the truth filled Michael with equal parts hope and dread. The tense operation reached its climax when, amidst alarms and chaos, Michael found Emily and Liam locked in a dimly lit room. The sight of his wife and son filled him with overwhelming relief and determination. They escaped the estate together, pursued by armed guards but fueled by love and resolve. Once safe, Michael knew this was just the beginning of exposing a vast conspiracy. The experience transformed him from a broken man into someone ready to fight for his family and countless others caught in the web of deceit. Michael's journey from waking up alone in a hospital to reuniting with his family is a powerful testament to courage, perseverance, and the unbreakable bond of family. Confronted with mysterious circumstances, cryptic messages, and shadowy conspiracies, he refused to succumb to despair. Guided by a determined ally, he navigated a world of danger and deception, driven by a simple yet profound note from his son: find the truth. It's not what you think. In facing overwhelming odds, Michael discovered inner strength he never knew he had. His relentless pursuit of answers not only led to the rescue of his loved ones but also exposed a dark underbelly of manipulation and control. His story reminds us that even in our darkest moments, hope, love, and determination can guide us through. It underscores the importance of seeking truth despite fear, and of standing up against forces that seek to tear families apart. Michael's journey is an inspiration to anyone who has felt lost or overwhelmed, urging us to keep fighting, keep searching, and never give up, because the truth, no matter how elusive, is always worth finding.